Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I am here to chat with you today, and I am just airing all my dirty laundry today. In this Facebook group, I'm going to share the 4 biggest mistakes that I made in my journey with money as a network marketer. So if you're new to the group or you haven't been in here for a while, hi, my name is Lauren. Welcome to the group. I am both a network marketing leader and a master financial coach. And so this group is like the marriage of those 2 passions. And I'm here to support you as a network marketer with your personal finances. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you're watching live or the replay. I am so excited that you're here. Welcome, welcome. So this video is for the network marketer who wants to be intentional about managing their money so they can reach their goals, the reasons why they actually said yes to network marketing in the first place. It's not for people that want to just kind of go through life. Their network marketing income just gets jumbled in with everything else, and then you want to look back in 5 or 10 years and wonder where all your money went from this company that you were building with and how your life hasn't really changed at all, okay? That's what I don't want for you. So if that's you, that's okay, but this video is not for you. This video is for people who are ready to be intentional and to achieve those goals that made them say yes to the industry in the first place, okay? So just so you know what's in it for you, you're going to get a kick out of hearing these huge mistakes that I made, but it's also going to allow you to reflect on your own personal finance journey and apply this to your own walk with money. Because if I can help one person not make one of these huge mistakes that I did, I can check that box. I did my job for today and I, fulfilled my purpose, okay? Because here's the thing, you guys, money and mental health are so connected. How you're doing with money and how your mental health is doing are so intertwined. And the mistakes that I'm sharing with you, yeah, they affected our bank account, but they really impacted my mental health. The darkest times in my life were also correlated with really hard financial times, and that's not a coincidence. There's all these statistics about how you're doing with money and your mental health. And this is why I'm here to support you guys in both, okay? So make sure you stick around till the end, because the 4th mistake that I made is the really big one. It puts the rest to shame. It was like a $10,000 mistake. So make sure you stay till that one. So a little bit about me. I've been in network marketing for 8.5 years. I began to create some wiggle room in our finances, and also because my husband and I were both teachers at the time. We had just put a roof on our house to replace the one that was leaking into our bathroom, kind of necessary, but we put it on a credit card, and it was over $10,000, and we were faced with this huge new debt on top of student loan debts and the other stuff we already had going on, and we're like, okay, what now? So enter network marketing and this extra stream of income. But we were able to accomplish that, pay off that credit card. But behind the scenes, I also had been praying for years for a way to support my family from home so that we could have kids and so that I could be a stay-at-home mom. That's not everybody's journey, but that was mine, and that was why I started. So, our why evolved over time, as most people's do in this industry. Realized was what I'm most passionate about is helping people with their finances. So I also became a financial coach back in 2020. You remember 2020, right? And over the years, I've realized, who do I like working with most? I like working with network marketers most. We are the most scrappy, determined, hardworking group of people you could ever find on this earth. And I love working with network marketers, but also we have, some challenges that are different than other people. And traditional financial advice does not always apply to our situation, okay? So disclaimer 1, if you're new to the group, I'm not a CPA or a tax pro. And disclaimer 2, this is my personal experience. This is financial education as a master financial coach, as a network marketing leader. who has weathered many seasons in her business. This is not advice, and I'm not responsible for your finances or your financial decisions, okay? Okay, so mistake number 1, let's get to it. 4 mistakes I made. Number 1 was that I only had $1,000 in my emergency fund while I focused on paying off debt. So this was traditional Dave Ramsey advice, right? Save $1,000 in a starter emergency fund and then pay off your debt really quick. So I want you to type building if you're still building up your emergency fund, or type all set if you're like, you know what? Our emergency fund is all set. I've got at least 3 months of like living expenses set aside in an emergency fund. I have total peace of mind with that. So type building if you're building your fund, all set if you're good. So for us, we didn't save a lot. We didn't have a savings account for taxes either, or for rainy days. Okay, let's talk about this. Your income fluctuates. Your paycheck will not go up every single month. You will have months it goes down, okay? Let's normalize this right now, okay? Something a lot of people won't tell you and don't want to talk about. You need to have a rainy day fund too, because you're a network marketer. You have a fluctuating income. You are a solopreneur, so you need more of an emergency fund than your average Joe, okay? So here's the thing. When you don't have enough money in your emergency fund, you might deal with anxiety. You might deal with waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're feeling stressed out about the ups and downs in your business, and it affects how you show up in your business and keeps you from being as successful in your business. So you get into this really bad cycle, right? So you have to realize that having a big emergency fund is like the sexiest thing that you can do. Helps you literally calm down your central nervous system, and you don't have that constant fear of what if, okay? So I want to help you avoid this pitfall. Consider building a bigger emergency fund. Consider building a rainy day fund, like the months that you have a higher paycheck. Don't spend it all, right? Set some of that aside and save some for taxes. More on that later. We're going to talk about taxes later. Okay, mistake number 2 that we made. I delayed my retirement savings. And again, this is traditional financial advice from Dave Ramsey. He has his 7 baby steps, which are awesome for like 90% of people. But I delayed my retirement savings. I just started saving for retirement in April of this year, like 6 months ago, guys. I've been in network marketing 8.5 years. It doesn't mean I was irresponsible with my money, but I do believe in reflection now, it was a mistake to wait that long. We were following advice we were given and focusing on other goals. But to find out where you are, type retirement if you're already contributing monthly to a retirement fund of any kind. Maybe you still have a full-time job too, and you have a 401k, or maybe you're contributing to an IRA or a Roth IRA, something different if you're in a different country. But comment retirement if you're contributing every single month, and comment waiting if you don't have one set up yet or you've paused your monthly contributions for one reason or another, just so I kind of know where you guys are. One reason I personally waited so long to start investing is, like I said, we were focused on other goals, right? Paying off debt, saving, moving, all kinds of other stuff. I waited because of my age. I was 26 when I started network marketing, and I felt like I had all the time in the world. Well, guess what? 8.5 years went by like that, and now I'm 34, and I'm just starting my retirement fund. And I say that not to be like, oh, if you're younger than me, you're fine, or if you're older than me, you're fine. I say that because I want you to know it's easy for us to look at our circumstances and feel behind. When I look at my retirement, I feel behind. But it doesn't serve me to feel that way or to focus on that. So instead, I focus on moving forward and contributing every single month to my IRA. So another reason I waited so long was because, and I still do believe this, network marketing has a built-in retirement plan. I plan to collect a paycheck and continue building my network marketing business long past my retirement age. I believe in this industry. I'm going to keep doing it. And I believe that money will keep coming. But also, guys, don't use that as an excuse to not invest in retirement, okay? You need to be investing in your future. It's a way of paying yourself first, okay? So make sure that you are saving, even though you have an awesome residual income opportunity with network marketing. So even if I had been saving $50 or $100 a month, I wish I had opened an IRA back in 2015. Now, investing can feel scary, so type scary or unknown if that's kind of how you feel. It can feel overwhelming or scary, so my advice is to find someone that you trust and ask for recommendations, because everybody starts new with that. Nobody starts as an expert. We all feel a little weird and scary about it and unsure. But if you're so focused on your next goal and the urgency of that you keep pushing off your long-term goals, like investing for retirement, you'll be like me, and 8.5 years will go by and you won't have any retirement saved. So all of that to say, how to avoid this mistake that I made, take one step today. Take the first step. So maybe that's going on Facebook, putting up that cool, bold background post that we like to do as network marketers, where we ask a question and say, hey guys, looking to start saving for retirement. Who do you recommend I talk to? Carol, I love that comment. It was worth getting a good financial planner to help figure out where we need to invest. Absolutely. And finding someone that you trust and that's a good communicator. One thing I do love about Dave Ramsey, he talks about finding someone to help you invest that has the heart of a teacher. You should not put money in something that you don't understand. So find someone that has the heart of a teacher who's going to walk you through. And he even has, if you want to find someone that he endorses, you can go to the Dave Ramsey website and search what's called an ELP, endorsed local provider. So he has people in different areas that he recommends for different tasks. So if you're looking for a financial advisor, financial planner, definitely do that. I am a financial coach. I do not help with investments. I help you with the nitty gritty of your day-to-day, your money mindset, your money behaviors. That is out of my jurisdiction, but it's something so worth investing in, so worth it. Okay, and then so step one is ask for a recommendation or look for someone. Step two is to look at your finances and figure out where you can find $50 or $100 a month to start. I know it can feel hard to start. I know, especially if you already feel like inflation is killing you and that you are burning the candle at both ends. But if you can't start today, set yourself a deadline. If we get a tax refund this year, I'm starting it. Boom, period, full stop. Set it as a goal for yourself, and talk to your spouse about this too if you're married, right? Talk about those financial decisions. Okay, mistake number 3, not tracking your business expenses. Whew. Okay, type tracking in the comments if you're already in the habit of tracking your business expenses. You have a list of tax deductions that you take every year, all of that. Type working on it if you're still in the habit of learning about what deductions you can take, or you're not quite in the habit yet of tracking those and reporting those, okay? I have learned a lot over time, and I missed a lot of deductions in the beginning of my business, no doubt, okay? So I created a guide recently. You may have it, you may not. It's in the pinned post of this group, and it's a free guide you can download. It's 6 pages. It's called the Tax Deduction Guide for Network Marketing Moms. If you're not a mom, it will still work well for you. It's got some mom-specific things in there, okay? So make sure you grab that download. That is how you can avoid this. It is my comprehensive list of what I write off on my taxes, okay? Okay, on to the big one, the big kahuna, mistake number 4. not setting aside enough money for tax time or paying quarterly tax estimates. So this will mostly apply if you live in the US, but I'm sure for my friends above the border too, that this will apply to you in some capacity too. So if you are multitasking now, come back to me. I really want you to hear this. Some financial coaches will say stuff like, that's dumb, that was stupid, all this stuff. This is a zero shame zone. Feeling dumb, feeling stupid, okay, good, Carol. I don't know if you guys have different names for that up there. So I only want to make sure I speak to exactly what I know. And being in the States, that's what I know. So I appreciate your comment there. So yes, some financial gurus will say stuff about, this was dumb, this was stupid. Shame is not a part of my financial education platform, okay? Stupid shuts people down, and I don't want to play any part of that, okay? So we were not stupid, we were ignorant. Ignorance is the absence of knowledge or even knowing that you should know something. We did not know anything. No, practically zero personal finance training other than Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. And then also no specific education to being paid with a 1099 NEC, having, non-employee compensation where taxes were not withheld, all this stuff. So I want you to type QTE, which stands for quarterly tax estimates, in the chat if you're already setting aside money for taxes or you're paying quarterly tax estimates. And type not yet if it's not a habit for you yet, okay? Nobody told us. So here's what happened in my family is the first year I was in network marketing, I joined in July. So I was part of the company for 5 months, 6 months, and I made less than 4 figures a month. So we owed a little bit of money back at tax time, but it wasn't anything we couldn't manage. It was fine. My second year in network marketing, I was a part of the company the whole calendar year, and I was also receiving teaching paychecks all 12 months. I left the classroom in October when my son was born in November, but I had some teaching paychecks that continued until January. So in 2016, I was paid as a full-time all-year teacher. My network marketing income matched my teaching salary. They were like neck and neck. They were about the same amount. And my husband is also a teacher, so he had his teaching income. We were following Dave's plan. We were paying off debt like bosses. I mean, we were so intentional. We thought we were doing everything right. But then when we filed our taxes, we found out we owed more than $10,000 to the IRS. Now, my paychecks from my company were sliding backwards at the time. My teaching paychecks had stopped in January, and I'm rocking my baby, who I started this whole business for to stay home with him before he was even conceived. And so my brain starts freaking out. I mean, I'm freaking out. And he's 4 months old at the time, and I'm like, I'm going to have to go back to teaching. I'm freaking out. I'm literally freaking out just thinking about it right now. So we had to get on, $17,000. It hurts. It's painful when you don't know that it's coming. So listen, as you grow your income, this is something to be very aware of. Our third year, so after this tax bill hit us, we had to go on a payment plan with the IRS where I was paying back $500 a month. But in addition to that, because we were being proactive about the next year, we were also paying quarterly tax estimates for the current year to the federal and the state. So I was paying $500 a month in back taxes on that payment plan. I was setting aside $1,000 a month for quarterly tax estimates for the current year. So what that meant was we had way less disposable income. Because remember, my teaching checks had stopped too. We went from like, okay, we're paying off this debt, we're paying off that debt, to, oh my gosh, I'm eating ramen noodles this week. Like, it was hard, you guys. It was hard. So I tell you this because owing money to the IRS is scarier than other debts. It has a much higher emotional charge because it has higher ramifications, potential ramifications, because they can garnish your wages, they can take your car, they can take your house. That stuff is scary shit, y'all. That is scary. So if you are in this business to advance yourself financially, do not forget to save for taxes, and to, if you're doing something like a Dave Ramsey debt snowball is awesome. Any debt payoff plan is awesome, guys. You're paying off your debt faster. Way to go. Remember the tax thing. And this is like a caveat to the debt snowball too. If you have a debt to the IRS, that comes first. Your debt snowball is out the window. You have got to focus on that first. And like any debt that has a higher emotional charge or like a scarier consequence, focus on that first, okay? So like I lived that whole year in fight or flight, y'all. My cortisol was through the roof. Okay, so how to avoid this? Okay, don't be like me. Listen, I'm serious. If one person can avoid that kind of stress because I share this huge mistake, I will feel so blessed. I'm so serious. So if your network marketing income is less than 25% of your household income, you probably do not need to pay quarterly tax estimates. But begin right now setting aside 25% of your network marketing income to pay back at tax time. Just expect that it is not your money to keep, that you're going to have to pay some of it back. If I could have gone back in time, I would have wished somebody would have come and pat me on the shoulder when I started network marketing and said, save 25%, baby girl, save 25%. So I'm telling you, I'm being that person to come and pat you on the shoulder and say, save 25%, baby girl. It's going to be okay. I know things are tight. It's going to be okay. Save that money, because there is nothing worse. In my personal finance journey, there has been no scarier time than when I was hit with that tax bill from the IRS. And if tax time comes around and you need it, it's there. But if you don't need it, guess what? You've got a pool of cash, and you can use it to beef up your emergency fund, to pay off a debt, to invest back into your business with something that you've been wanting to invest in, a course or some kind of education. So save that money. Okay, this is me patting you on the back, baby girl. You gotta save that money, okay? So now, if you're at the point where you're making 4 figures a month consistently, you need to talk to a tax pro if you have not yet. This is just my personal love to you. Do yourself a favor, talk to a tax pro, a CPA about paying quarterly tax estimates. Could you just save money for tax time? Yes, you absolutely could. But here's my warning to you. And all my warnings are friendly, okay, y'all? Friendly warning, every state is different. So I can speak to the US, and I can specifically speak to West Virginia where I live. If I owe a certain amount of taxes back to the state and I have not paid quarterly, I am fined. I get a fine when I file my taxes. And so for me, it is very highly important and a top priority that I am in touch with my CPA. She is so good. She tells me what to pay quarterly for the federal and the state. I have printouts that I mail in with my payments, or you can also pay online. I like the paper trail. I'm old school. But because I know how much is due every quarter, a quarter of a year is 3 months, I divide it by 3 and I save that amount every single month, and we're good. It is automatic. It is something I don't think about. It's just part of our family's monthly budget, our monthly financial plan, that when I get paid a third of the amount that's due at quarterly tax time, it goes right into a savings account. I can't touch it. It's right there, but I know what it's for and I keep track, okay? So I hope this added some value to your life today. I hope you got a new nugget that you did not know before this video. Remember that if you have a network marketing friend who is out there working their business, they're being intentional with their finances, they're crushing their goals, tell them about this group. Don't go mass inviting your friends, okay? But if you know of somebody and you're like, oh, I need to tell that person about this video, they need to know this. Then let them know the value you got out of this training and see if they want to link to the group or for you to invite them. And if you want to learn more from me, stay tuned to this group for free weekly trainings. If there's a topic you would love for me to cover, I posted a question on Friday. Go find that post and ask me your question. I would love to answer your questions, or please send me a private message. I want this group to serve you at the highest possible degree. So if there is something that you have that's this burning question, please tell me. I would love to support you, love to help you, and level up this whole industry. Because y'all, most financial coaches think MLMs are predatory trash. And I'm here to tell you, you do not need to listen to those people. You do not need to listen to a single person, a single negative voice, or have people telling you how to manage your money that think that the way you make money is predatory trash, okay? You need to get advice from people who believe in you and support you and love your industry dearly, and know that for people who join with the intention of making an impact and making an income, that this is hands down, the best place to be, the best industry to believe in. I believe in you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me, for watching this live video. If I can help you in any way, you better be in my DMs telling me how. I am here to help you. I'll talk to you guys soon.